Hi Dolly, how are we doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So today we're going to go ahead with contact lens insertion and removal. And once we finish that, we're going to go walk through the different kinds of contact lens solutions and contact lens care.
Okay.
All right, so are we ready to begin?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing to do when handling contacts is always to wash your hands first. So we'll go ahead and wash our hands using soap. And we'll wash our hands for a good 20 seconds. And now we'll just dry our hands using a lint-free towel. And now after washing our hands, we'll start with insertion now. Okay. So now that we're gonna go ahead with insertion, it means they do have to touch your eye. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So we're gonna go ahead here. So how you do that? So you just scoop it up like this. Scoop up the contact lens. Place it on the palm of your hand. Just kind of rub off some of that liquid there. To ensure your contact lens is on the right orientation, you would do a taco test. I usually put it over here. Taco test, and you fold it within. If it folds like a taco, that means it's in the right orientation. Essentially what it would look like right side up. It doesn't really look like a taco. It looks like the lens's edge is flaring out. So we'll go ahead and flip it back. Okay, and then once you're ready, you would place it on the pad of your finger here, and we can go ahead with insertion, okay? All right, so now we're gonna go ahead with insertion. So I'm just gonna get you to look down. Okay, I'm just gonna gently lift up your upper eyelid. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay, just like that. Now look up for me. Okay, I'm just gonna gently lower your lower lid. Look towards your nose. Okay. Now look to your right, to your left, up, down. Okay, open your eyes. Okay, Donnelly, so now that the contact lenses have settled, how do they feel?
Pretty good.
Excellent. All right, so are we ready for removal?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So we're gonna go walk through with removal. And again, before going ahead, we're gonna wash our hands. Okay, so there we are. So again, make sure our hands are dry. All right, Donnelly, so now we're gonna go ahead with removal of your contact lenses. So would it be okay for me to touch your eye again?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll go ahead with removal. So I'm gonna get you to start by looking down. So again, I'm gonna gently lift up your upper lid. Look up for me. I'm gonna gently lower your lower lid. Look towards your nose. Towards your nose. Perfect. All right, we got it. How did that feel? Wasn't so bad, right?
No, not too bad.
Okay. Now that we've concluded removal, we're gonna go ahead and walk through the different kind of contact lens solutions and care systems, okay? All right, so now that we've removed your contact lenses, we're gonna go ahead with contact lens solutions and their care system, starting with multi-purpose. So when using multi-purpose, the first thing you wanna do is you wanna prepare your case. Make sure that it's clean and it's dry, and when you're ready, just fill up the case 3/4. Not too much, otherwise the lens could catch on the lid. Not too little, otherwise exposed areas could dry up. Okay, so, and when you're ready, you just take out one of your lenses at a time, starting with your right. Take out your right lens, you put it in the palm of your hand, apply 3 to 5 drops of solution on each side, and using your fingertip, you would rub and rinse the lens for a total of 20 seconds, so 10 seconds on each side. And then when you're ready, bring up the lens over a sink, and you would rinse each side for 5 seconds with a steady stream of solution. And once you're finished with that, you would take your lens and you would put it in the correct container. So right on right, left on left. So this is the right. And then you would just repeat this entire process with your left eye, okay? And once you have both lenses inside the case, ensure that they're fully submerged in the solution. And then you just seal the case. And once both the lenses are inside the case, you want to let it soak and disinfect for a minimum of 4 to 6 hours, okay? And after disinfection, when you're ready to use it again, you just want to take out your contact lenses, one lens at a time, and you would just give it a quick rinse before putting that back on. Once you've inserted both your contact lenses, the last thing you want to do is clean the case. You would discard the solution. Also, never reuse the solution or top up. Always use fresh solution, okay? So you would rinse the case with fresh solution, and after rinsing, you would air dry it over a clean paper towel upside down, especially if it's stored in the washroom. All right, and so that's multi-purpose solution. All right, so now we're gonna move ahead with the hydrogen peroxide care system. Firstly, we want to make sure you're using the clear care case and the clear care solution. So the first thing you want to do is you want to prepare the case. And then you'll fill the case up to the fill line, not above or below. And when you're ready, one at a time, you would remove your contact lenses, starting with your right. So right would go in the right basket and then left in the left basket. You would just close this, you'll hear it click. Then you would bring it over to sink and you would rinse each lens for 5 to 10 seconds with a steady stream of solution. And then when you're finished, you would put it inside the case and secure it tightly. Allow this to soak for a minimum of 6 hours or overnight for the solution to fully neutralize. During this time, also ensure that you don't shake the case. And yeah, so once 6 hours has come up, or it's the next day, you can just go ahead and now that the solution has been fully neutralized, you can just go ahead and insert your contact lenses. If you don't plan to use them right away, you can store the contact lenses in here for up to 7 days. And if you don't use it within 7 days, you would just have to repeat the cleaning and the disinfecting process again, okay? And last and most importantly, so it's got a red cap. This means it's dangerous. This is hydrogen peroxide, which is toxic to the eye. So this should never ever be applied anywhere near, in or around the eye. Otherwise, you'll feel stinging, burning, and it could cause damage to your cornea, okay? Also, just ensure that you wait for the full neutralization process. Never put on your contact lenses prior to the full neutralization process. Otherwise, when you put them on, they're gonna sting, you're gonna burn, you're gonna damage your cornea. Always allow a minimum of 6 hours overnight so that they're safe to use again when you're ready to put them on, okay? And yeah, so that is the hydrogen peroxide care system.